Hello everybody, today we're gonna work with July release for cat scrappiness. So for that we're gonna use Lola, this super cute stamp. That's the little giraffe. She is around 2 inches tall. So we also gonna use some dies from the Slimline. These are the heels. It comes two and they're super cool. One of them is a little bit wider than the other one, which I think is perfect. The next die that we're gonna use is the Wonky Stitch die, and it comes 4 pieces on it, and the size of these dies are around 8 inches and a quarter by 3 1/4. It's an approximation. As you can see, I already cut my pieces and you can see the stitch all around. So this is going to be a process video how I built my card. You have the option to put, as you can see, the heels, and it comes in the opposite directions, so you can put it as tall as you want and just start building up from there. So I stamped already my giraffe, Lola, and she is super adorable. I color them, all my images, I even stamped my sentiment. So you can give a little bit more dimension to your die cuts or to your dies after you cut them. For the heels, for example, I use some, just any regular green ink, and just start adding some to the edges. That will give it a little bit more dimension. It makes it kind of more real. So as much as you want, as little as you want, it's up to you. So this is what I'm doing right now. It's super cute. I love it. So we're gonna put them together. Like I said, you have the option to put the heels, one on top of the other one, or just, change your positions to it so what it works for you. I also gonna do a background here, and I'm gonna create kind of like the sky. So for that, I'm using another inks that I have from Spectrum Noir. So those are the water reactive inks, and I'm using 2 or 3 different colors of my blues. So you can see there, you just need to have patience and start adding those inks on top of the paper and realize, until when is enough. When you start inking, you're gonna love it. So you will feel like enough is never enough. So I start inking a lot of my projects and I love it a lot. So here I'm just putting my layout and kind of realize where do I need to put more ink in the sky parts, because I don't want to have white spots anywhere. So once again, trying to position my heels. I have to tell you guys that these heels are super cool to work with. I don't know, I just give the scene that you have there, and I think it's super adorable. I just love it. So I'm just adding my glue. It's going to be a pretty simple background on a pretty simple card, but I think if you add details to it, it's going to make it extra. So that's what we're going to do at the end. We're going to add some details, some touch here and there, so you guys can see how much your scenes can change if you add little details. Now this die, Lola, she is so adorable, and Cat Scrappiness is coming with the die, the coordinated die, which I think is super cool. So wait for the coordinated die. It's going to be at the store very soon, so you don't have to fussy cut. If you like fussy cut, go ahead. But you can, you can just use the coordinated die that she's going to post, or she's going to post on her store very soon. So as you know, I love to put dimensions, and like I say, here are the little pieces that I had in my stash. There are some dies from Paper Tray Ink, the clouds and the sun. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just putting all my pieces there just to make it more real. Like I said, I'm gonna link every item that I'm using here so you guys can do some shopping. And also I'm gonna link all the social media of Cat Scrappiness, like the store, their Facebook group, and places that you can find more inspiration. The design team comes up with a lot of different designs, and you guys will love it. Look at these tiny trees. I like to add them in the back on top of the heels, because I think it just gives a little bit more to it. Super adorable. I just love it. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just adding here and there in different places, like I said, to make it more realistic. And we are going to be practically done. We're almost done. So here I am just playing with my trees and trying to position to position it anywhere. So these extra dies that you see me, or these extra pieces that you see me using, those are from my stash. So things that I had there from a long time ago. So I didn't know if I should put the giraffe into a dimensional, but I decided just to put some glue and just stick her there. Something else that this little stamp has, she also has some sentiments, like I put on the top, but also has a little bit, I don't know if you can see, they have some grass that I'm gonna stamp in a minute, and they also have some cute butterflies. And I already cut the butterflies and I already colored them, so we're just gonna put it into the paper right now. As you can see, I'm adding all my butterflies, just that they're flying around Lola. She's so adorable. I just love her name too. So I suggest that you guys can come and check it out, the new release that started from yesterday, Friday, and today. There are so many wonderful dies. If you're into a slim line, this is it. They're so beautiful. There are so many different designs, and I fell in love with the slim line. I think it's becoming my favorite style of dies to use, because you can make so many different cards with them. So you see me there, I'm just stamping the little grass, and they come with two different styles of grass, and look how cute they are. You're just gonna add those details to your card that it makes it to look even more realistic. I just love it. So we're practically almost done, you guys. Like I said, I suggest for you guys to go to Cat Scrappiness and check out the new release. You will love it, especially the slim line. It's coming that she came with this month. It's amazing. So stay tuned, because you're gonna see me creating with more dies this whole week, and maybe the next week, who knows, but it's a lot coming up and I love it. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for your support. Stay at the end, because I just gonna put my picture there, or the picture of the project. Thank you guys. Bye bye.